Mouse Scrap with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with another episode of Mini Monday. Yes, it's Mini Monday, and today we're doing King's Crown. This is one of these blocks that I just love working with and doing. It is so much fun, and there's a bunch of different ways you can sew it together, but we're going to see how we do on this, right? So the cutting instructions for this block are in the show notes, so it's so important you get into those show notes. First off, we have the Zoom sew dates, which are the first Saturday of every month. And, first Saturday of every month, 9 a.m. from 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm in Alberta, Canada. But we almost forgot the shout-outs. Let's do the shout-outs here. Cheryl Arkison and Kimberley Hind. Both of their YouTube channels are also in that show note. It's really important you go check those people out, see what they're doing. They're having all sorts of fun. Very talented people. And if you like what you see over there, hit their subscribe button and tell them that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. Also, making comments, share, like, subscribe, hitting the bell, the thumbs up, and now there's a hype button that you can hit for us. That would help us so much with our analytics, with our videos, and we'd be able to continue bringing you 3 fun fabrics or patterns a week. We are just having a ball doing this, but we would like to be able to continue doing this. So if you could do that for us, making comments, we love hearing from you anyways. Also, we have a Facebook link in there in the description box. And we have virtual sewing rooms under Discord. We have fabric exchanges by country to keep postal costs down. We also have lots of fun community chats. And the admins have said, please answer the questions and agree to the rules. They're doing our best to keep the scammers and all the nonsense out. So if you could do that, we would be happy to let you in. Also, I speak for free to quilting groups and quilting guilds, and I'm going to have a second speaking engagement ready, hopefully by the end of December of 2025. It's a matter of sitting down and getting pictures of stuff, so it's tedious. But anyways, if you are interested in having me with my first speaking engagement, under the About tab is my email address, or you can message me through the Facebook group. I'd be happy to help out your guild or group with a speaker. Also, if you guys have shout outs, I get so many wonderful shout outs from you, the viewers, and I'm just so happy to get them. Don't tell them you're giving their name, putting their name forward for a shout out. We're trying to do something nice and fun for people. But yes, send it to me, their link under the About tab for the email, or send me their link under the Facebook group. I'd be more than happy to give these people a shout out. We have so much fun with those shout outs. Also, Twinkle Twinkle will start February 25th. We have to wait till the end of Quilt Bingo in order to, put it in next. And I'm starting to sew it now, and we're just having such a blast. Now, the only clue you're getting for Twinkle Twinkle is save your strings by color family. Put them, all the reds together, all the purples together, all the yellows together, because that'll help speed along your sewing. And press them out if you need to, and trim off the rough bits, and just get them all ready to sit and sew, because wow, that'll help you with the first 3 steps. The first 3 steps are very important. Also, put all your low volumes and your white on whites together as well, because that's going to help you with other steps in that process. So, what else have I got? Yeah, Zoom sew dates. Yeah, we talked about that. I guess it's time that we come on in. So come on in, and we'll start sewing on King's Crown. Okay, so here we are at the sewing machine with King's Crown. Now, I told you there's a couple of ways of assembling this. You can assemble this by starting with your center square, then your dark, right? And you could sew all that together, and then you would sew these 3 together, and then sew these pieces together onto there. You can do it that way, or you can do it by 9 patch, where you sew this area, this area, this area, like all your flying geese units together. And I think that's how we're going to roll with this. We're going to roll and put our flying geese units together first, because that might be a little easier. We don't want to scare off the beginners. That's kind of important. Don't scare off the beginners, whatever you do. So just running around the outside of this, and we're going to run them through all the same way. Okay. Now, I am lining up that point both points, because I cut them the traditional way, right? So I'm lining up both points so we have a nice square unit. And we're gonna, ooh, no, we don't take this. We take this, all right. And you just take your time to line stuff up, and this is not a race. It's a journey. Oops, I'm gonna go back. There we go. Perfect. Now, we take this, oops, there. And I get rid of that string here, thread here. Now, we're going to just simply fold back that pale gray. This is kind of a darker peachy pink. It's one of those fabrics that you're not sure if it's peach or pink, you know, but it's kind of cool. And we're just going to clip off that dog ear that we created at the base. Oops, come on. Trim you. There, now. So we're going to put them back just so you can see. Now we're going to line up the other side of that point, just like so. And we're going to run it through with the big piece on top, just like that. Okay, let me get this pressed open. And I'm going to quickly give that a trim. There. And now I'm going to line up the other edge. There, nice. Now this should end up being 2 inches by 3.5, 2 by 3.5 when you're done. And you might want to check it with a ruler. And there we go. Nice. Now, now I'm going to trim this off first and push this back just like that. Now we also have a nice perfect little 1/4 inch here at right at the top, which is nice. Okay, just trim off that, push this forward. There we go. Trim that. Perfect. Nice. Okay. And the last one goes like this. All right. There. Now, this particular layout is called King's Crown, right? But you guys see this? If I just take this and twist them this way, right? All of a sudden, you have a pale sawtooth star, right? A pale sawtooth star in the middle, right? Now, just by color placement, and all I did, you just saw me do this, I just twisted this around. Just by changing color placement, sometimes can change the name of the blocks. And this confuses people a lot. It very much does. So now we can assemble this just like a 9-patch with my creepy little spiders. And there we go. Oops. There. And I don't have to worry about missing any points because the points are all on the outside. The points here are on the outside. If I was doing a sawtooth star, I would have to change the way I would be sewing this so that I could see my points and not cut them off, right? But yeah, King's Crown is a very simple, beginner-friendly one. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how that people forget that you just spin this one around and all of a sudden you have something different, right? So now, oops, what am I doing here? Come here. Come here, there. Okay, so now put it back on the board and you can see what I've done. Right? So that's where we're at so far. And okay, it doesn't want to lay flat. It doesn't want to do anything because it's just like, oh, I'm free. I'm free and I'm wild and I'm crazy. And my foot just came off. Wow, that's weird. That's a first. That's a first in a very long time, a first. Okay. Well, clip you, and we'll take off all this extra thread that's somehow going on this block. Every once in a while, my machine does this, and it was probably user error. It just, as I sew, my 1/4 inch foot wiggles and jiggles off due to vibration, right? And it's because it only slips in under the screw, not because it hooks over. And I'll show you in a sec here. When we get this block sewn, I'll show you what I'm talking about with the foot. And if I'm not careful, I'm not really careful, I can end up in all sorts of trouble with my foot falling off because I've let it vibrate too much and it just has nothing to hold on to anymore. Okay, this is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, just like this. So here's the foot. Here's a regular foot. Now you notice this has something, a little piece that goes over the screw. That divot in there is where the screw goes. So that's kind of, this is where the screw goes in there. So one part of the foot is over the screw. On this, there's nothing. It just attaches under the screw and it relies on screw tightness to keep it in place. So that's what's happened. But it still sews beautifully. So I'm pressing into the pale pink. I'm doing that. I'm pressing to the dark this way and to the dark on the smaller pieces. The outer edge gets pressed to the dark. There. Now I'm just going to flip that over and everything should nest nicely. Okay. I'm just going to open it up just to get those connecting threads clipped so I can get in there and really make a nice tight nest. Because that's what's going to make our block just be perfect and beautiful and all those other fun stuff. And, oh, come on. Line up. There you go. And we get it lined up and we drop it down. Take a couple of stitches with your needle down. You want to open up those connecting threads so you can get right in there and make nesting happen where you got really tight nests, because that will be lovely in this block. It's always nice when you have a point to make a sharp point, right? You know, that's kind of one of those things that we're hoping as we sew along. There we go. Now, there. I'm just going to pull this off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press towards that paler piece, right? Because there's less resistance there. Okay, so what I did, first off, is I pressed in, and these ones press out, right? The little flying geese units, of course, get pressed out because they lie flatter. And now I'm pressing, so everything goes into that one piece because there's no resistance. Then it's the path of least resistance, and you have everything lying pretty flat. So let's get to our ta-da moment, and you can, we'll see how we do. Okay, I'll give it a good press and we'll see our mini. Okay, here's our adorable little king's crown block, and it is just, I loved it. I found this spider print in my stash, and I was like, oh yes, this has got to come to play. But yeah, this comes together really quick, and there is a few different ways for you to sew this together. And you can shuffle it very quickly into a sawtooth star if you wanted to. But if you're going to do a king's cross, this would look really cute with, you know, like you put one king's crown and then a sawtooth and then another one. So that would create some interesting quilt designs as well. So anyways, I do hope you give this one a try. This one was so much fun, and I gave you very traditional cutting instructions. So if your pieces are smaller, this is a good one to have on hand. So anyways, I hope everything in your life is going absolutely grand for you, and you win bobbin chicken, because occasionally I haven't won bobbin chicken in a while. So you take care and stay well until we see each other again. Okay, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey, and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life, and you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life, and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye, and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.